Beyond the Bio, hosted by Marty Lennertz. This Beyond the Bio segment is brought to you by Giordano's. Giordano's, we made it good, you made it famous.
Well, in 35 years that you've been on XRT, you have seen so many changes in the technology as well.
Oh my golly, yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just, well, even like with teaching, like we talk about how important the 45 RPM record was in the development of rock and roll, where teenagers for the first time had an allowance and they had some expendable income and weren't interested in buying an album, couldn't afford an album, you could buy a single. And rock and roll wouldn't have developed if it hadn't been for that. Well, now you look and you see iPods, computers, HD radio, and all this, and even people, XRT fans, listening around the world on their the computers.
That's the most amazing thing, isn't it?
I get emails from Iraq.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Or somebody in Spain said it's dinner with the Beatles because of the time change, But yeah, it's fantastic. So the technology has really changed a lot.
Yeah.
And it really changes the way people have access to music, which in turn changes. Well, look at record companies, how they're struggling because they've been reactive instead of proactive, and they've got to start thinking, because the future keeps developing. It's not going to go back.
Well, there's so much doom and gloom talk about the future of radio. When you're teaching in Columbia and you're teaching classes in the radio department, what do you tell kids about the future and if there actually is one?
Well, when television came on, radio was supposed to be a goner.
Right.
And when FM radio came around, AM radio was going to go away, but AM radio just found a different role. So things will always change, and there are no guarantees, but my thing is these kids are in college because they want to be educated, and they want to be smart, and they want to learn how to adapt and to be creative, and not just train in 6 weeks to be a DJ and then go in thinking. I was on a panel once at DePaul with Joe Shanahan, who I love from Metro, and we were on with somebody who I won't reveal his name, but somebody well known in town, who was saying, you're all a bunch of losers, you're not going to go anywhere, and if you think you're going to be the next Terri Hemmert, forget it, because there won't be her job. It's all changing. I said, whoop-de-doo, what were they telling me when I was your age? When I was in college, don't even think about going to radio. They'll never hire women, or you can't make it in radio, blah, blah, blah. If I'd listened to that crap, what would I be doing? So screw it. Yeah, it's going to be different by the time you get into it, but you're smart. You'll adapt. Figure it out. Who knew I was going to be here for 130 years?
So you mentioned a little bit about what you would do when you retired. As you look at the years accumulating, and
yeah, we're getting close.
there may come a time when you do want to retire.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So what is life for Terri after that?
I'll be busy. I'll still teach. I'll still do stuff with the symphony. Maybe they'll let me do the Beatles show.
Do you think your car will still drive out to 4949 West Belmont by itself without you?
Maybe by then the technology will be I can do it in my home or something. That would be really nice because there's something about Belmont and Cicero. It's not really the greatest intersection in the city of Chicago.
It's gone through some changes.
It's not the place. It's what we do once we get out there. The magic that radio is. That's really what it's about. And then I can do more stuff that I don't have time to do now, like see my friends, have a life, cook, stuff I could take a class instead of just teach a class. Right. I'm just so packed. There's some
you're
things.
Still going to be so busy.
Well, I will, but I'll be doing some other things, things I want to do now that I don't have time to do because I'm overextended. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we should be talking about your retirement anyway.
Okay.
We have many, many more years of Terri Hemmert on XRT.
A few, yeah.
Thanks a lot for sitting down.
I was gonna retire and work at Tower Records, but that's gone.
It's gone now too. Maybe you can start your own record shop.
Yeah, there you go. Sell off my collection.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd take a few years.
Just call it Terri Stuff.
Yeah, Terri Tunes.
Terri Tunes. Thanks, Terri.
Marty, it's a pleasure, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. You did a great paper on the dance steps of the 1960s. Remember that?
That's how I got my job.
Yeah, he wrote. Where's the camera? Hello. Marty Lennertz did these little footprints on the paper, in the margins of a well-written paper, and demonstrating the different dance steps, like an Arthur Murray kind of thing.
Right, the soul dances of the 60s.
I thought, this guy, I don't want to say goodbye to him at the end of the semester. I want to know him the rest of my life.
And who would have thought?
Yeah, sorry.
That would actually be true.
Sorry. Oh, well, you got more than you bargained for, didn't you, young man?
But I get to sit here on this stage and talk to you.
But see, like I am to studs, the hope of the future, you are to me the hope of the future, Marty. There you go.
That's great.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Youngster.
Stay tuned. More Beyond the Bio segments will be online soon.